convicted and he's sentenced to life in prison. And yeah, this sucks for Chris because prison is hard for him. And so he files appeal after appeal, but his appeals just keep getting rejected one after another. And more than 10 years go by, and he's still there in prison, miserable, suffering in a cell. And he wants nothing more than to get out so that he can finally live his life to the fullest. But then, one day, something crazy happens. A non-profit learns about his case, and they get involved. They're called the Innocence Project, and they help people who they feel were wrongly convicted. So they get involved, and they push for further DNA testing, because DNA analysis had improved so much over those 10 years. And around the same time, Angie's own mother, this woman, Carol, she also starts to believe that Chris had nothing to do with Angie's murder. And she starts to advocate for him. And then eventually, after years of working on this, they convince the district attorney to reduce Chris's sentence to time served. Meaning, finally, after spending 20 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit, Chris is a free man. And then 2 years later, they use DNA technology to identify the actual killer, and they arrest him, and he confesses, and Chris is totally exonerated. Yeah! Oh, but it's not over yet, because Chris is about to get paid. Because he goes and sues the state for wrongful imprisonment. And the state ends up settling with him, and they agree to pay him $11.7 million. Meanwhile, Chris, he gets involved with the Innocence Project. And he's traveling around the country, giving lectures and speeches at universities, trying to help others who were also wrongly convicted. I mean, and it looks like Chris's life is really starting to turn around. Until about 3 years pass after he wins